Hello, everybody. My name is Scott, and this is my esteemed, yet, small-brained co-host, Eric.
Hello, it's me.
Can you introduce our guest? Eric, please.
It's, Enfa.
Oh, I shit my pants. Oh, darn. Oh, man. Oh, now there's shit in my pants and I'm sitting in it. Darn.
Oh, no.
I made a bad one. Whoops.
I'm
Enfa.
I'm
and
not
you can take
appreciative.
my...
I was trying to give you a good image here, and, you literally decide to just shit all over.
Yeah, I'm not sure we're gonna invite you back here.
Alright, hey, guys,
Yeah.
I've got a confession to make. I'm Eric and I shit my pants.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
But I'm Eric. Does that mean I shit in my pants, too?
No, but what it does mean is that we are back here, the Slapdash Saboteurs, for Anime Survivor Elimination Week number 4. I have stinky doo-doo pants, and I am excited to be here with our special guest Enfa, who we will let you guys get to know with some questions that we prepared. So the first question we got, Enfa, what is your experience with anime?
Man, it just gets me hot and bothered. It's my fetish. It's just been just hitting it for the past 10 years. Anime is a very nice heroine to me. Just cute girls. I'm all about it.
The world
I'm
of
not about
fiction.
those coffee undertones. Very much love the coffee overtones. And yeah, I just casually watch stuff when I feel like it, which is nowadays not much, but I've been trying.
I can appreciate.
I've been reading light novels more often than not, actually, and manga.
Right, just for a curious audience, how about like a favorite or two?
A favorite or two? Well, you can easily point to one of my first anime, K-On!, which is an excellent deep dive on cute girl characters. It is the pinnacle of cute girl doing cute things. And, of course, the Monogatari series, because my brain is so big that, only I can understand what is going on here. Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
See,
so how come our guest is smarter than both of us in terms of anime preferences? Because I'm still over here reading shonen like an idiot, and this guy's already moved on to light novels.
Yeah, if you're still thinking that Boku no Hero Academia is a good show, then obviously you're just a poor baby, okay?
Don't watch a show called Boku no Piku no Hero Academia.
Academy of Heroes.
If you've ever read 4chan, because only big brain people do that, then you would know that Boku no Hero Academia is a garbage show because it doesn't do anything cool like Hunter x Hunter, right?
4chan taught me to think for myself and find my own information, and also good shows are bad.
Even though I've never watched Hunter x Hunter, Boku no Hero, no way is it better than Hunter x Hunter, alright?
So that was a very, very informative answer that I think colors your personality pretty well.
Yeah, I read a lot.
Right, let's move on to the second one. We'll steal this from Eric because he can't say it right. What is the worst color?
Yeah, but with a U.
Yeah, not with a U because we're not British.
What's the worst color but with a U?
We're Americans here.
Color.
What's the worst color?
Man, this really puts me in a very awkward position because if you say a certain color, then you will just instantly be ejected off the show.
Hey,
so
we promise that we will accept whatever you say.
I don't know about it's not you, it's them.
Them is us. Them is us too.
It's a bad joke, but I actually believe that green. All
right, you're off. He's off.
Wait a second. I did just get your joke, and that was very good.
This is an awful question, and there is no way this is a good question. This is such a bad question.
I don't think it's about good or bad question. It's about them.
Yeah, it's about them.
Sick. Well,
all right.
Great. Hey, what's the best animal cracker shape?
The best animal? It's the lion.
That is a good answer.
No, that's what I said.
The tail on that is very fun.
Yeah, don't you just take the lion and you just suckle the tail a little bit before you just take a big bite of its
nope,
big,
because then it would get mushy and gross.
Honestly,
baby.
I like giraffe for that reason.
Did you not have animal cracker soup?
No, I'm not a monster.
Oh my god.
Hey, real quick, let's just quit this weekly episode for having you describe animal cracker soup. Is that water and animal crackers? Like,
I actually forget. Did I have animal cracker? Is that a thing?
it's not.
Animal-
It
I
isn't.
feel like you
cracker.
might have like chicken noodle soup with some animal crackers. You, like, dip
Yeah,
in and
yeah,
eat
that's
'em.
exact. Oh, wait. Have you not heard the classic song, "Animal Crackers
Okay,
in
yeah,
My
I have.
Soup"?
I have, yeah. From the Shirley Temple.
Wait, and
vodka.
crackers in my soup.
Monkeys and rabbits loop the loop.
Yeah, okay, so I'm not wrong, of course, because my
Yeah, but
big brain is so
well,
big and yours is so small.
Shirley
that
Temple could
only
just be an
I would
idiot.
know about animal crackers in my soup.
Shirley Temple could just be an idiot. You never know.
Yeah, is she alive now? Nope. Score us
Seems
one.
pretty dumb.
I mean, isn't the goal to just die? So isn't she the big brain here?
Well, the brain's probably decayed by now.
Well,
Anyway, so the
does not
format of
deal
this
with you
show, which we'll get into, thanks to our... honestly, now I feel like the crowd really can get a grip on Infa now. That was a good introduction. But the format of this show, in case you've forgotten, we're going to jump into our opening statements after this brief description. Following the opening statements, we'll be in a free debate where Scott and I will bat ideas across each other and exchange ideological blows as Infa juts in with his perceived faults in our logic, any questions he has, anything he wants to just interject with. After that, we'll go into our closing arguments after a while, and following that, Empha will decide which show deserves to be chopped here on the Great British Bake Off. So,
yeah, so I'm just going to be interrupting you the entire time because I find fault in everything you say.
yeah, basically. So, we got you to replace Brandon this week.
Also, just disclaimer, I'm not racist. I've just merely made an observation of an earlier question.
So if you really think about
could
it...
be really taken the wrong way.
I have
Yeah.
black friends, guys. So you can't be racist.
Okay, I mean, I didn't want to outright say it, but, okay, alright.
It's fine. Hey, we'll just edit it out in post.
Okay,
It's fine, it's
Eric.
fine. Hey, we'll just edit out your bigotry in post.
Yeah,
And it'll
can
be
we just
fine.
edit this out, please?
Yeah, we'll just edit out the fact that Empha's a raging homophobe.
Yeah, can you just make the whole podcast just me saying I'm a racist?
Yes,
Well,
I got
now that we
quote
have
now.
now that we
Well,
have
now
that
we have the
voice
sound
clip.
bite. We have the sound bite now.
Alright.
Just can
So-
you cut that out for me? Just no, just like just cookie cutter and then just like post it as its own video.
Put it on a soundboard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, just to be clear, this week I am attempting to kick off Hataraku Saibo in a bizarre twist of events. That is the show that I am trying to give the boot.
Right, and I am still continuing to try to kick off Engelmois Genko Kasenki because it
Scott.
didn't get kicked off last week, and I don't care that that's not the title.
No, Scott, that is, and I'm
Oh,
just
that
gonna
was?
say I'm gonna say I'm so proud of you
The
because you said it right too.
I can pronounce the Japanese titles.
Yeah, but here's the thing though: is he usually can't, and that's usually me that has to say that in that voice. That's usually me that has to do. Anyway,
Right. Anyways, records of the Mongol invasion and how they're crap. Yep.
sounds about right.
So I think I get the first opening statement this week.
Yeah, go for it.
So let's go. We're good. In his greatest work, Calvin and Hobbes author Bill Watterson once said through the character of Calvin, "There is never enough time to do all the nothing you want." On reflecting on this quote, I must wonder why anyone would use any of their valuable time for doing nothing, watching such a miserably below average show like Engelmois Genko Kasenki. A show most notable for its brown splotch filter over every episode, and characters that no one can remember the name of. Instead, I recommend that time spent doing nothing should be on for fun and notable TV shows. That is why I recommend saving Hataraku Saibo. Hataraku Saibo is an interesting show with simple but lovable characters, silly but enjoyable plots, and at its heart, it is clearly a show produced by people who care with phenomenal voice acting, great colors, and interesting health factoids. The manga series it's based on even has an official dystopian gender-bent version, which shows both the author and the audience genuinely care about it. So out of genuine care for this property, and out of abject apathy for Engelmois, I ask you to do the right thing and eliminate Engelmois.
Fuck, abject apathy for Engelmois. Shit, I can't beat that.
Man, these are
That was alliteration.
big
All right,
words.
okay. Opening statement. Rutherford B. Hayes once said, "Know thy enemy. It is easy to hunt a boar, to pass a trial, to slay an opponent. But, I posture, what enemy is more deadly than that which cannot be seen or fought? What greater enemy have we than the enemy inside our very bodies?" Hataraku Saibo is, ironically, a virus. It latches onto our hearts and minds with its beautifully imagined world and character designs. This is the malicious core of our monster. It appeals to our senses to lure us in. But alas, no substance can be found. The characters in Hataraku Saibo are one-dimensional. Because they are scientifically accurate, the characters are stunted in their ability to grow. The main counter-argument, the white blood cell's desire to understand other cells, causing irregular behavior, is insubstantial because that desire remains static throughout the show, causing no growth. The premise and integrity of the show is its greatest prison. The format of the show is repetitive and quickly loses its luster. The show introduces an ailment of the week and explains physiological processes of the body in doing so. Learning is for fucking nerds. Keep it in school, four-eyed bastards. It fails to build a meaningful theme. The cancer arc concludes with the white blood cell listening to the cancer cell's plight of being hunted and killed from birth, and because of his duties as part of the immune system, is both unable to change because of it, and can't muster any understanding towards the cancer cell, brushing the situation off by referencing doing his job. As you can see, the show fails to grow. Angle Moist is basically the American Revolution, but in Japan. You know, where anime is from. Yeah, that one. A bunch of talented misfits leading an ill-equipped army to victory against all odds. It's basically Die Hard 6. Hell yeah, motherfucker. In conclusion, Hataraku Saibo's format makes it repetitive and lacking substance, while Angamoist depicts meaningful struggle. Get with the program, Baka. And without further ado, we're going to jump into our open debate section.
Alright, so first problem with what was said here is the fact that you bring up enemies inside the body that we can't do anything about. But of course, that's the whole point of Hataraku Saibo, is to learn about those enemies in the body, so we can understand them and do something about them.
Scott, what greater weapon do we have than negligence and a lack of understanding? If we don't recognize that there is a threat within our bodies, then we don't have to fight, and not fighting is the key to winning.
That sounds like a defeatist attitude. The kind of attitude I would expect from a Democrat. But, really, as good Republicans here, I expect us all to enforce our healthcare system, that being the private healthcare system, and therefore, the best doctors should know what to do and deal with these problems.
The private healthcare system, is pretty much a failure of an art form, because we can't rely on private markets, both to provide us with the health that we need to, well, actually, if we have private healthcare and thus better healthcare, it'll kill the things inside of us that make this show have a plot and push it forward. So I agree that we should have private healthcare because it will destroy all the viruses that make Hataraku Saibo have substance and thus destroy it.
Much like the last episode, which was focused on viruses, except, oh wait, it wasn't, because it was instead focused on the characters themselves and a process, that being the blood circulation process, but was instead around the idea of these characters and how they can grow. In the, like you mentioned, they want to learn. So I guess you could say they're one-dimensional, which makes them about 2 dimensions greater than the ones in Angle Moist. But that's just how it goes.
Ooh boy, I walked around a heart for an episode, and now I know how the heart works.
Now I know how to be a better senpai for all the younger blood cells, and now I understand what the blood cells have to go through that we don't have to go through. There's 2 lessons.
The red blood cell is going to continue to get lost. They didn't learn anything. They were pampered by their helicopter parent, the white blood cell, and can't be given an award for everything they do.
No, because they learned that they could rely on themselves, and even if that wasn't true, they think it's true, and that will push them to be better in the future.
And we're feeding our children lies now, are we? Is that what we're doing?
Listen, we have freedom of speech, and we can tell our children whatever we want to tell them. We can't let the government tell our children what to do, how to get lost, how not to get lost. It's up to us, their parents, and their church members in this good Christian state to do that for them.
Hey, you know who didn't have freedom of speech? Was the fucking Japanese before they rebelled against the Mongol invasion. Now that's an idea that I can get behind, because that's basically what Engelmoist is. It's a fight for freedom of speech.
Yeah, but also it's not, because as we all know, Japan
Shit.
did eventually beat the Mongols, and they don't have justice! As we've gone over every episode, the Divine Emperor rules them with an iron fist. They have no law and justice.
But the Divine Emperor is an alien, and who has better wisdom of how the Earth should run than somebody who is not from the Earth? Is what I posture.
Maybe generations of learned knowledge within our brains, which directs our blood cells and other cells inside of our body, could run the government better than the friggin' divine alien emperor.
Generations of knowledge inside of our brains tells us that keep fighting that virus, and also that when that pollen comes into our bodies, we have to overreact and cause, like, swelling and other bad side effects. The knowledge that we keep inside our bodies is unreliable at best. The Divine Emperor from space has seen the happenings of hundreds of planets from afar. There is a famous saying that the wise man learns from others' mistakes, and that is what the Grand Alien Emperor does for us.
Fair enough. Except for the fact that I don't think the wise emperor is wise, because he doesn't really do anything. As far as we can tell from this show, he just shows up and gives away a gourd, and gives magic powers to people, and is useless. Because those magic powers are more metaphorical in that he makes people just align with people and be useless.
Listen, Scott. We've had some fun here, but you know what isn't fun? Is history. And Anglemoist throws that shit out the window. Thank God. I don't want to learn when I don't have to. And that's what Hataraku Saibo makes me do. Anglemoist taunts, like, it dangles this thread of learning above your head, but then tosses it to the side as we go off course.
See, learning would be nice, because that would mean at least something was happening that was understandable, rather than just random events with little interconnectivity. Oh, there's a new party on the island, and they're gonna save us. Oh, now there's more Mongols that we didn't know about, and we had no way of knowing about as the viewer, because the show doesn't care, it just kind of throws everything at you.
Listen.
So at least with Hataraku Saibo, you got an episode-by-episode base, where you learn something. Maybe it's boring, but you got some cool characters that say random conspiracy theories and look cool, pretty colors. You got Kanahazawa always in there, just being Kanahazawa, and you're good for an episode.
We need to let the lesser voice actors shine. We can't keep relying on high-quality production, high-quality voice actors, and good visuals and sound effects to make our anime successful.
Yeah, you got me there on that one. I think we should go back to watching Angels of Death with less-known voice actors, such as Guy.
Listen, I will concede that there is a poop filter over Anglemoist, but it reminds us of a friendlier time when we didn't have indoor plumbing, which is a good thing, I guess.
That's true. That was a Democrat invention, and therefore evil. We all know that.
Anyway, I think that we're just missing the main point of Anglemoist, which is not to experience anything truthful or have any major event happen or have strings of events be connected even. It's just so that we can put ourselves in the shoes of and put ourselves in the shoes of a great general who would do better in that point in history. It is a form of wish fulfillment, because I know that if I were to go back in time, I could be the most successful general of all with no character faults.
If I were to go back in time, I would wish this show didn't exist, because then I would have 24 minutes of every week that I could use to not watch it.
And I hate the smell of seawater. Yeah. Well, Hataraku Saibo looks really fucking good, and that it takes me out of the scene, and I can't focus on the events that are happening because it looks too good, and that's a problem.
True. That is a good reason why we should all have our character designs look vaguely similar and boring. That way we can just get lulled into the scene of Anglemoist.
Anglemoist brings forth important themes of betrayal as they get betrayed twice.
Yeah, that's true.
That's suspenseful.
Much like this argument has betrayed you.
There's no betrayal in Hataraku Saibo.
But isn't there? For the cancer cell starts out as a nice cell, and they think it's just a regular cell they're helping. But then it turns out he's a cancer cell, and he's trying to kill everyone and end the world.
Yes,
also,
but
that was like a weird episode, because it felt like the final episode, but it was only episode like 8 or 7.
Yeah, it was definitely out of place to do a 2-episode arc for the first time for like...
And have all the major characters show up and like stand around and like take part in the fight.
Yeah, a little weird. Also, as I said before, to dangle around this idea of a theme of the immune system, like being bad guys, of cancer cells being like somehow mistreated, or any kind of general theme of discord among the cells, and it's just kind of brushed off by the immune system, saying, "Hey, this is our job. We got to kill you." Like there's no level of understanding between the white blood cell and the cancer cell, no matter how much he hears them out.
Yeah, but some people you just can't reason with, such as cancer cells. You understand they have life bad, but there's nothing you can do about it, so you just gotta go on. Chin up, classic British thing, and therefore it's bad, because this is America, and we hate the British.
So it sounds to me like you're saying that there are some types of people in this world that are just worse from birth.
Because we assimilate all people. All men are created equal. And all cells are created slightly different, but equal in their own special way.
Well, you dodged my racism trap, so...
No, we've already done that with Empha.
Yeah.
Yo, Empha's here. There's an Empha in this game.
Got any questions
It is
for us?
me. Oh, yeah, I have a ton.
Oh, you should have... I wish you'd asked them.
Oh, I thought this was just sort of like a, scripted back and forth here.
Nope.
Oh, no, this is all improv.
Oh, it sounded like just scripted back and forth. So I never, jumped in. I was wondering when I could just, say anything. I was about to, and then I got cut off 3 different times, so... Alright. Well, so you guys mentioned quite a few contradictory things while you guys were arguing, and I don't know, it's really hard to support either of these shows right now, because one of the things that you Eric brought up is hey, Hataraku Saibo looks good. So sometimes it does. I have seen some of the show myself, and I have looked up some stuff from Anglemois, and Anglemois doesn't look too bad.
That's because you're not looking at emotion when you see everything is just blur lines and a filter over the top.
Is there CGI in Anglemois?
Of course.
How much CGI?
Every battle.
Every battle? Well,
Counterpoint,
every episode
CGI
of
is the
Hataraku
future.
Saibo has CGI.
CGI is the future, and we shouldn't be afraid of it.
Incredibly off-putting every time when I see Hataraku Saibo. It's incredibly sad.
Friendly reminder to please put your previous biases aside.
Yeah.
In the spirit of good competition.
Well, in the spirit, if both of them have bad CGI, then okay. No. I'm keeping both in mind, because there was another thing that was mentioned, something about what was it? Oh shoot, I forgot. Man, I should have really just chimed in whenever you guys were just going back and forth on
This
each other.
has happened before. We should have drilled you better on the fact that what we're saying doesn't matter at all.
Yeah, you guys were just talking.
Whoops.
I thought you were reading off a script, because it was just so tightly back and forth.
So genius level.
Yeah, genius level.
We've become very, very good experts on the
just
theme of the
completely
American
bullshitting
anime.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So something about education and how it's
fuck learning.
Learning.
Yeah, learning's bad, and it's not something to want.
Yeah, that's why you shouldn't have to
Are
watch.
you being serious about that bit?
I'm 100% serious that I don't
we
watch
are always
when I
serious
watch
on
it.
this podcast.
Okay.
Every
so
argument that we make.
if Hataraku Saibo is about learning, and learning in an entertaining way, what is Anglemois?
It's about putting aside learning. It's about throwing learning to the curb and saying, hey, what's a cool way to change history to be a little bit worse, but also...
It's about seeing cool battles, except the battles are CGI, so they're not cool battles.
And also
okay,
it
well you
skips frame
can't
frames.
argue that, because Hataraku Saibo has a bunch of CGI in their battles too. So
Okay, but
I have a hard
That
time.
was an argument made, so I can argue that.
But
well,
the fight,
I'm bringing it up. I know. You can't bamboozle me.
also for posterity, the fights in Anglemois happen wherein there's a frame before an attack happens, there's a light, and then there's a frame after the attack happens. And then they usually skip to the end of the fight. So, frame 1, guy holds his sword. Frame 2, slash of light. Frame 3,
Alright,
the sword
here's
is
an
past
argument.
him, and he is cut.
Fine, the fights in both are bad, let's go with that. But in Hataraku Saibo they have a point, which is you learn, this cell fights these type of cells, and those you fight them because they give you diarrhea or whatever. Whereas in Anglemois, it's we gotta fight those people because they're evil, and we're the good guys. Yay.
Scott, there's nothing more American than blind xenophobia.
True.
And that's why Anglemoist is the true American anime.
Yeah, but there's nothing more American than engaging with our education system, which teaches us all how to be right and how to be wrong. How are we supposed to know who the evil people are if we aren't educated?
They're foreign. They don't look like us.
How do we know that they don't look like us if we haven't learned?
Just, it is nice to learn from racism, and why it's bad, generally. So, is that what Anglemoist teaches us? That racism is in fact bad? Or just blind xenophobia is just, yeah.
Anglemoist teaches us that racism is good, and that's why I think that the other show should be kicked off.
Interesting, bold move, Cotton. We'll see how that gets you.
Empha? Hey, Empha?
Yeah?
Racism is good. Please agree with me. I'm ready for closing arguments.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to hear those closing arguments before I decide on whether or not racism is good.
Cool.
Alright, let's go closing.
Alright.
You
want me or you?
Well, we do the same order usually.
Yeah, you're right, yeah.
Right. In his speech before Congress, FDR spoke of 4 freedoms. Freedom of speech. I'm an American, I think I got that. Freedom of worship. I worship Haruhi, other people worship Madoka, we're all good. But freedom from want. That I do not have. For I want to be free of this show. Of Anglemoist Genko Kasenki. Except I'm not. And therefore my freedom of want, which is guaranteed to me as an American, is lacking. Finally, the 4th freedom, freedom from fear. I fear this show will never go away, and I am not free from fear. Therefore I ask you, Congress, to stand up and fight against the fascism and communism that is this show of Mongols, clearly representing fascism, and Japan, a communist nation, fighting each other, and we must eliminate them.
Hey everybody, I'm Eric, and I'm an American, just like you. I pay my taxes. Social Security, I'm never gonna see that. But what we don't get anymore is that all these high quality visuals, sound effects, good writing, good animation, that's not what America is about. Hadaruku Saibo can keep their high quality production. I'll take poop filters. I'll take a rowdy band of misfits. I'll take racism any day, because anime isn't about what show is better. It's about what show is grimy. It's about what show makes me feel like I would be successful. It's about what show is basically the American Revolution, but a second time in Japan. Japan's where anime's from, just in case you forgot. So I plead to you, my dear judge, to pick the shit. Because where would we be if we did not have our shit?
Let me just think this through. Okay, so in your opening and closing arguments, you quoted famous people, and Eric did it once, and Scott did it twice. And so, my opinion of quoting famous people in order to supplement your argument, I believe it takes away, because it makes you sound like big brain boys.
He started with Rutherford and B. Hayes!
Scott...
I did do that.
You? Did you?
I did.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
You never mentioned.
I did start. That was the first thing I said.
Yeah? In the closing argument? Was that?
Yeah.
Rutherford B. Hayes?
Mm-hmm. The opening was Rutherford B. Hayes, and the closing was friggin' that thing.
Yeah, the closing was a fireside chat. It was also
because I was about to take 1 point away from Scott. So, all right, well, both -2.
Cool.
Yeah, good start. And Eric, you were arguing for the fact that education is bad and racism is good. Problematic, kind of, maybe. I'm not sure where this is supposed to be going. I mean, I could see the argument sort of expanding into more that it's not about education. It's more of taking real life events and then turning it into something very fun and very action packed, and then at some point inspires you to actually look up the real battles, something like that, and then educate yourself instead of being educated like Hadarako Saibo.
To be clear, I do not support educating yourself.
Well, ooh, Ooh, you're just digging a bigger hole when I'm trying to, like, you know.
I make my position clear.
I mean, I'll
Give
give you
me
a +2 for
filters or give me
commitment,
down.
actually. +2 for commitment to the argument of, you know, supporting racism and supporting the lack of education. So, good on you for that. For Haruka Saibo, I think that, you know, although it is meant to be educational, in a sense, there is very little in terms of character development, character depth, anything. They're really just caricatures of what real life cells are. And I suppose that is supposed to be the point. They're really, I guess, if you look at it from the point of, yeah, is this enjoyable? Then Haruka Saibo is enjoyable. Personally, I find educating myself while also just being done in a silly way very, very fun. Now, I don't know if I can sit on the side of racism is fun and and education is bad side of the fence, so I'm gonna have to take 2 points away from Eric and then give the 2 points back to Scott. So I think all in all, when you put all the points together that I've arbitrarily just put together for no better reason than to have a point system, I believe Haruka Saibo is going to stay.
Thank God.
God. Oh my God. Oh,
that was
my
worse
God.
than Brian. Holy frig.
the things I had to do. The things I had to do.
Yeah, commit to racism?
I got so scared. Oh my! I got so scared when you started asking the questions. Thank God. Hey, so that puts us at 2-2.
2-2, yep.
2 points to Scott, 2 points to Eric. Jesus, you guys are welcome. Scott, you're welcome.
Yeah.
I'm welcome. Oh boy, I'm really glad to know that now that we have 3 good shows remaining, that we can actually like fight over points.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just...
Oh boy.
Yeah,
that was close.
Like, you could have made Angle Moist sound good, but...
I definitely could have.
Yeah.
Because we definitely did mention that the characters in Anglemoist are more one-dimensional than Haruka Saibo.
Okay.
It is terrible.
Yeah, if you... Yeah,
I did definitely say they're 2 dimensions smaller.
Yeah.
I mean,
yes.
you did. But just committing to the racism bit, that one...
I gotcha. That's the charm. That's my Southern Belle coming out.
Join us next week as we discuss the Northern War of Aggression and why it was unfair to the poor Southern states.
Of course. And also as we discuss good anime, you know, the ones that exist.
What's next? What's next on the list?
Well, next week we'll be having our interloper episode. We'll just talk about the remaining shows, the shows that we kicked off, if we have anything left to say about them, anything else we're watching this season, anything in general that we have on our minds, and then we'll go on with more elimination episodes in the future.
All right. Well, I hope to anyone watching this that you were thoroughly entertained by Eric and Scott arguing for the first 15 minutes without any interjection from me, because I didn't know to interject at all, and then me just trying to be fair to Angle Moist, but inevitably failing because the only argument that could be deemed legitimate was racism is good. And unfortunately, that doesn't sit well with me.
Okay, well, thank you very much for being our special guest this week. And as just a disclaimer at the end here,
we're not racist.
Nothing I say during our debate reflects my actual opinions or beliefs. Other than that, I believe that Anglemoist is a bad show. That was true.
Whereas everything I say represents what Eric truly believes and does in his real life. So yeah, thank you.
Yes. Again, thank you very much, Empha, for joining us this week.
No problem. Hopefully you choose me for actually good shows next time. Even though I kind of enjoy Haruka Saibo, I just, the CGI really gets to me. It hurts.
That's weird, because I don't think it's bad at all.
Don't be a nerd. Bye!
Yeah, bye.